Welcome to the Buckhorn Podcast. I am Martelle, and with me always is Randy. What up, Randy?
Oh, you're fired up. We don't even have headphones on.
Oh, no, we are
raw.
Fucking going.
It's so late.
It's not, but...
You just had to turn the light on because it's so dark.
I know. I couldn't see shit, and I've got like a tray, literally a tray of food in front of me because I just got back from a golf outing.
You came flying up your driveway.
I come flying up my driveway all the time. I come flying up like I own the place.
You literally... My door opened, I heard, let's go!
I got out of the truck, I'm like, shit!
You said let's go, and then I got out of my truck and walked around and saw you bent over in the back of yours, and I was like, here we go. Yeah.
It
took 3 years, but...
He's presenting.
We're consummating this
This.
relationship.
No, I had a golf outing today at 1 o'clock.
And it is...
It is now 20 to 6. 10 to 6, 5 to 6, whatever. 5 to 7.
It's almost 7. Yeah.
And we didn't think we were the last ones on the course.
That's apparently a long round of golf, dude.
Fuck yeah, it is.
Like 3.5, 4 hours is you're usually done.
Apparently we're slow.
Apparently.
Holy shit. Open up one of your Miller Lights. Get after it.
They're warm.
I don't give a shit.
That's because you drank about 90 cold ones.
No. These are... I didn't actually drink any of these. So I put them in my insulated bag with no frozen bottles of ice water.
So, did you take the beers to the course?
Yeah.
And you brought them back?
Yeah.
You didn't do your job then?
Oh, no. I drank the entire time we were there.
Then why are you bringing back beers?
Because we had a lot to drink.
This is going to be so bad.
It really won't be that bad.
It's going to be so bad.
No, it won't.
My stomach already don't feel great.
It's Miller Lite. It's water.
Yeah.
It's not going to be bad.
It's nasty water.
Tastes like Miller Lite. It doesn't matter if it's cold. Now, if they would have been Busch Lattes, it would have been...
It's nice and frothy. As soon as I cracked it open, That's
the way it's supposed to be.
It just started splurging.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
Foam out the top. Nice and foamy. What are you eating? You're like slamming this stuff. Is this golf course food?
No. They brought in a caterer for after the fact. Except, like I said, we were last.
They sent out a search party for you guys, I heard.
Pretty much. Like, it was... I was
helicopter.
I walked by one guy, and he's just like, "Oh, you're still here?" He's like, "We were looking for a score for you. We didn't know where the hell you were." And I'm like, "Yeah, we're still on the course.
We're drinking.
We were drinking. We had apple pie, like an entire moonshine, like an entire mason jar of apple pie is gone."
Nice.
Okay. I filled up a flask, or basically about a 3/4 of a flask of whiskey. That's gone. Jimmy brought about half a flask worth of whiskey in 2 different variants. That's gone. I took 10 beers with me, which is part of what we're drinking now, the Miller Lights. Those are essentially going to be gone. We bought... hold on. We bought beer while we were there. That's gone.
You should have bought cold beer and brought that back.
Well, we bought beer that was cold and drank it there.
No, you should have drank the warm ones and brought me cold ones.
Well, the warm ones now were the cold ones then.
I already feel like I got a belch. That's why I had to move my mic and set up.
But
set up.
So they had I don't know where this food's from, but it's actually pretty good. Like the corn casserole, I put barbecue sauce on, and they looked at me like I was weird. I'm like, what?
I would say most people look at you like you're weird, but I would do the same.
But the corn casserole barbecue sauce is really fucking good.
There was a 3-day ketchup debate with some car buddies of mine this week.
We're not going to get any ketchup debate because ketchup's for 12-year-olds and younger.
See, that's where you're wrong.
No.
That was the debate. I could say the same for barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce is for barbecue.
Ketchup
is for fries.
What about meatloaf? What do you put on your meatloaf?
I don't let my meat loaf.
What? I didn't understand what you just tried to say.
I don't let my meat loaf.
Oh. Well, if you did let your meat loaf, what would you put on it?
Well, it should have ketchup mixed into it.
And then on top?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Always?
No.
You don't eat ketchup on anything? Not a burger, not a hot dog?
Nope.
What do you put on those?
On a hot dog, ketchup and relish. And onion. I'm sorry, mustard, relish, and onion.
Okay.
No, I don't
Hold
do
on,
ketchup.
time out.
Jesus Christ, you got
you
me
just said you don't drink ketchup.
I don't drink ketchup.
You've been drinking too much in the sun today.
I've probably been too much in the sun today.
You look a little, You are glowing.
I am rushed.
You are glowing.
I am rushed at this point.
Well,
I have had a lot to drink, though.
That's probably the bigger issue.
Probably.
Ketchup is great. I don't care what you say. Yep.
It's fine.
It's great. It's tangy. It's zesty.
You can have your opinions of ketchup, but they're wrong. Because ketchup is only for when... The reality is ketchup, and we've had this debate already, you haven't grown up yet, and you're still in your yummy phase.
You brought me warm Miller Lite like we're still 19.
Guess what? Guess what they drink in the UK? Warm beer.
Guess where we're at?
Well,
there's a reason that we fought them. So we didn't have to drink warm beer.
At some point, it isn't going to matter because China's going to take over and you're not going to have beer anyway.
Warm Miller Lite.
Let's go, Brandon.
Warm Miller Lite is the catsup. It's not even ketchup. It's the catsup of beers.
It's not.
Yes, it is. This is trash.
It's water. Water is the ketchup of beers.
I want to drink it. I got water, too. I could mix them and at least I'll have a cold beverage.
Maybe.
I've got a whole glass of nice ice water from Wendy's where you know the water's fresh.
But ketchup is when you're still in your yummy phase of life, and you need to have that on your burgers, your fries, your meatloaf.
Disagree.
Your potatoes, your mashed potatoes, whatever you want to put it on.
So why do some of the top chefs in the world use ketchup in certain instances?
Because they're fucking retarded.
Okay. They make a living doing it, but you're right.
I know.
You and your warm beer's right.
I'm fine. And
this is going to be a great episode. You should drink and go every week.
I am totally fine with that opinion.
Before we record.
I am totally fine with that opinion. I will not use ketchup on a hot dog. I will not use it on a hamburger. It is only for fries. That's it.
So you'll still eat it with fries?
I will eat it with fries.
So you're still eating it?
I didn't say I wasn't eating it.
You hypocrite.
I didn't say I wasn't eating it.
What about
I said
vinegar?
it's...
You like vinegar on fries?
Oh, fuck yes.
Yeah.
God
the
damn.
fair's this
and
week.
And the fair's this week.
Did you go? Or is it this coming?
It starts today.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Do they still do the cattleman burger?
Yeah, they do. Guess who's going to be eating a cattleman burger?
You. And
this
me.
fat fuck right here.
You don't take up that much real estate.
I don't.
You're svelte. You look great in that shirt.
But guess who's going to be eating a cattleman?
You.
This guy.
Guess who else is?
Are you going to the fair?
I don't know. Probably not.
I mean, you're talking like you're going.
It's too people-y. We can put all the recording gear in a backpack for you to wear around and us not record on.
I ain't doing that shit. I ain't doing that shit again.
Of course, there we can probably hear each other. There's not some acoustic cover band
Not once the pulling trucks get going.
Oh,
because that's all. I only go for the tractor pulls and the combine derby.
I would go for anything.
That's the only thing.
Anything to do with an infield at a state fair?
Nope.
Or a county fair?
Well, everything else they charge for, like the demolition derby.
You got to pay to watch that?
You got to pay to watch that shit.
When did that start?
At least 13 years ago.
Let's go, Brandon.
That's right.
That's bullcrap.
That's right.
Pay to see friggin' demo derby.
That's why I go to the combine derby.
They're going to pay to enter a demo derby. I ain't pay to watch them.
It's more fun to watch the combine derby anyway. You got gigantic farm equipment going at each other.
At 2 mile an hour.
Yeah, it's probably a little faster than that. I've seen some guys, boom, back wheels go off the ground.
I wonder what kind of mods. I got to look into combine derbies. I know you've talked about them before.
Combine derby is amazing. We're
so white trash.
That is my country thrill.
We are so. You're like a city boy that loves being in the country.
I grew up in a country town.
You grew up in a white trash town.
Country town, same thing.
Slight difference.
West side of Columbus,
it's
country
like
town.
White trash. That's where I grew up.
White trash.
No,
I mean, it's all
where
the
I grew up
same.
was definitely not country.
No,
them boys didn't know the difference between a cow and a combine.
It was white trash, though.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
parts.
It was colored trash. It was trashy trash.
It was trashy trash. But yeah, it was
It had all the colors.
And then we went to Circle and I was like, "What is this
You're
place?"
like,
yeah.
And then you took up like forging, and you haven't sharpened a knife in 9 months.
Oh yeah, I got your hatchery still. I'm trying to. I got to get my shop back in order.
I just know that Mo really wants his knife.
Yeah, well, you know what, Mo? You should send more money to the show then.
Speaking
whiskey.
of Mo and I are going to be in Indianapolis next week.
I know. I'm excited for you guys. I'd love to be
wait.
there, but you guys are going to have a blast.
I can't wait.
You're going to be doing race car stuff.
So we're doing a lot of.
Are you taking gear to record?
I'm going to take my stuff to record.
Sweet.
Whether it happens or not is I don't know.
Right.
But like I'm taking it with me. I'm taking all my microphones. I'm taking the whole shit and shebang. Everything. we're doing a lot of behind the scenes photography stuff and video.
Oh, for the races?
For the race.
Nice.
Well, for the team.
Right.
So not just for the races, but for
the team.
Reardon Racing. That's the name of the team. Reardon Racing is the team.
Rear End Racing.
No, Reardon.
That's what I said.
No.
Rear End. Buttcorn Podcast, sponsored by Rear End Racing.
We're going to do a bunch of behind the scenes stuff
from behind.
Right. That doesn't. It's not necessarily about the cars that are racing,
team.
but it's the team,
the people,
the people that
it's the people that make it work.
Yes. So we're doing a lot of that. I'm going to try to see if I can get the driver on the show and potentially the owner.
Oh, like for our podcast?
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
So it'll be Mo and I. Jason will probably come on, and I'm going to see if I can get the driver.
It's been a little over 3 years. You've been working towards it for at least 2. How much longer do I have on this show?
At least another week.
Okay, I can live with that.
I mean, that's
solid.
I'm working towards getting you off the show.
It's been a good run.
Honestly, I mean, it's you've been here a while. Great.
You got to refresh things.
See ya.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm even working with Dickie from the Bosstones to get a new soundtrack.
Oh, that'd be sweet. I wish you the best in your future endeavors.
I'm just kidding. I don't even know who Dickie is. I just know he's the lead. He's the front man for the.
I would have rolled with
Bosstones.
anything you said there. That's the only reason we work so great together. Because we're both so full of it.
Yeah, I'm so full of shit. But we're going to be over there. We're going to be at the Brickyard.
That's sweet. I've never been there.
There is a chance that I get to actually suit up.
Like get in the car.
Like no, I tried that already. I already worked that angle. I said I get to drive it. I'm like shit. It's been a while, but I've rebuilt an engine.
Do I get to ride in it?
I'm like, so
do I get to sit on top of the wing as you drive 200 miles an hour?
I jump on the hood
right
as you take off.
Don't take me down. Go
roll
that dude.
But there is a chance that I get to suit up like in a fire suit and either be like a fire extinguisher dude.
I think I'm saying exotic dancer.
Well, I could do that too.
So fire extinguisher dude?
Fire extinguisher or fuel feed.
I don't trust you with the fuel.
Well, either way, I'm either pointing a fire extinguisher at the fuel tank while they're refueling.
Oh, okay.
Or
so you're not the guy that runs on the track before a wreck.
No,
you're just watching while they're refueling.
Well, I'm not. I would be on the track.
Right, I get that. No, but
with the fire extinguisher, like, okay.
You're not the safety crew that when a crash happens, that they drive out.
No, not that. Or I'm the guy when they go to refuel, I pull the lever to let the fuel in as the fueling guy goes to, because there's 2 guys that man that.
Right.
So there's one guy that plugs it in, and there's another guy that yanks the handle.
Yeah, one puts it in and one yanks.
Yeah, and it dumps the fuel into the engine because it's a 4-inch fucking inlet into the...
Oh, that fuel shoots in.
It just whoop.
It's like 3 seconds.
Like
hops.
10 gallons of fuel is gone.
Yeah.
And it's one guy who just yanks the lever as the guy puts the fuel in, and then that's it. But I have to be in a fire suit through the whole thing.
Just look how far the technology... Look at what automotive racing is now. I watched a documentary on when NASCAR went from basically just a bunch of hillbilly moonshiners who were really smart and engineered vehicles, but they also transitioned into like the, through the 50s.
It's really good.
I might send me one at the end, but right now I eat a lot. We celebrated Judd's birthday with my parents today.
Okay.
And I ate a lot of food.
I put sauerkraut on or coleslaw on it.
Is there ketchup on it?
Barbecue sauce.
Okay. I was going to say hard pass, but that's pretty good too. But there's this documentary talking about how they cheated and how they hid the most minute. They put in like a shim somewhere that would affect something in the engine, and then the judges got keen to that, so they said, "Okay, we'll remove that," and then they changed something else, and it was just like the most brilliant minds at work. And you look at them, and they look like the biggest backwoods hill jacks with these heavy accents, and you're like, "These guys are brilliant."
You got to reduce vibrations.
And one of the things they talked about was the fueling of cars. Somebody figured out. Wait a second. Everybody's got they had fuel tanks back then on a stand.
Yeah.
And a hose run down, and it gravity fed.
Yeah.
Right?
They're still gravity fed.
Right. Well, somebody figured out, hey, if we raise ours higher, it'll go faster. So they did that, and they started going higher and higher. And so then the judges started going, hold on a second. Because pit stops were getting so quick on some teams, and the others were still slower. But it's just cool. I haven't been as into racing like that. as I used to be, but it's really cool to see how it's changed and how these guys come up with. You think of racing, you think, okay, there's guys, there's like mechanics. You think the untrained person thinks you've got a mechanic. Well, there are mechanics everywhere. You've got a guy that knows how to drive. But the guys that work on these teams are brilliant.
Oh, hell yeah. They have to be.
Yeah. They're sharp-minded. They're fast. They're fast thinkers. It's incredible to me.
I mean, not that I don't know what this team's doing. Like, so if something were to happen and the driver came in, he's like, fuck, I blew a piston. Well, he's driving a car that is essentially a V10. So if he's like, well, shit, I blew, piston number 8. Well, one, the crew's going to know that because everything's monitored from
technology.
From the pit.
It's crazy.
But he's going to pull in, and they're going to swap an engine in 30 minutes.
Tops.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to. I can't swap an engine in 30 minutes. But granted, I've only done it 4 times.
Yeah, it's a little different.
And
too.
I've only rebuilt one engine. Like so these guys are rebuilding the engine every day, and they're swapping engines in and out like we're changing clothes.
What's their job? They practice it. They train on it.
Right. So,
I've rebuilt a couple engines and a couple transmissions with Dad, but never 100% on my own.
No.
I do not have the skill set to go do that. I could hold a fire extinguisher and point it. I could do that.
I can hold I rebuilt an engine on my own. Like, I didn't have a choice. That. I mean, I port and polished the head. I swapped out titanium valves.
Oh, I know you polished the head.
Yeah, I always polish the head.
You have to.
Yeah.
It's the only right thing to do.
They pulled the pistons, cleaned all the pistons, re-ringed them, did the whole shit and shebang.
Put in a bigger shaft, camshaft?
Did not do bigger camshafts, but I did put, because the stock the stock VW camshafts are pretty good. But I did do a different gear and had to set that gear and retime that gear, so that was a whole other. That
sucks.
That was another fucking nightmare.
I hate Volkswagens.
Well, it wasn't Volkswagens because it was adjustable.
I know, but you
just
said timing and gear on a Volkswagen, and it brought back bad memories. It brought back some memories that I wish not to
Your
revisit.
memories on the Volkswagen or that green Jetta you drove for a while.
First off, it was a black Jetta.
Whatever.
And we had it for 6 years, and I had a Passat that we had for about 4 or 5 years. Both trash. Trash. Yours had the better engines. Yours were the old school. Mine
I just had a 2-liter, but I built I built a European 2-liter, a 16-valve 2-liter.
Right. Mine were both the 1.8Ts.
You were the 1.8T is garbage.
Trash.
But it's easily fixable. I mean, you could have ported the head out to a 2-liter.
Fire.
Yeah, you could have ported the head out to a 2-liter. It would have been fine.
Problem. It wouldn't fix the electrical issues. In both of them.
I didn't say it would fix that.
I'm saying
it just wouldn't be a 1.8T anymore. It'd be a 2-liter.
Here's your 2-liter. It still don't run.
It's still a piece of shit, but it's not it's not a 1.8 anymore.
Oh man, I prefer to now some vintage Volkswagens I could get down with.
I'm into the vintage shit.
So I still like the MK3 Jettas. I like those before Fast and Furious.
Well, that's all I've ever
because my uncle had one. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You and shit just a little bit older. See, you got me cussing now. Mom's going to hear this, and I'm going to get in trouble.
She's going to give you a big hug.
I'm going to get grounded. She talked about you today.
Did she? What'd she say?
She said, well, I hadn't listened in a while, and I decided to listen, and I think it was the one where you were like, F this, F that, F you.
Oh, yeah. She picked the right show to listen to.
Kevin's like, oh, yeah, Martelle went off on that one. She listened to several.
I put a warning in at the beginning of that for Sharon.
That's what she mentioned. She said she laughed when she heard the warning at the beginning.
I gave a warning. I gave a warning 15 minutes in, and I moved that warning to the front of the show just for her.
Well, it came up because she went to her and Dad, her and Krista, another listener of ours, also related to me. They do Your
family's the only one who's listening. Other than Mo, Jason, Corey, and Mike.
I'll take
and James.
So they they do this like pound class exercise, whatever. Well, they had a barbecue, bonfire, whatever last night. So everybody brought their husbands and all this. And like Mom doesn't care. She still listens to our show, even though she knows what she might hear. She never chastised anybody for
She listens because of you. If it were just me and it wasn't you on the show, she wouldn't listen to the show.
I think she's actually said that she finds us hilarious.
That's what I'm saying. She listens to the show because you're on it. If you weren't on the show, I don't think your mom would listen to the show if it was me and somebody else.
She probably never would have. Yeah, that's true. But
Like, if you decided to leave the show, I don't think your mom would continue to listen.
That's probably fair. Yeah.
That's where I'm going.
She might every once in a while just to see what's up.
I would be fine with that because she's supporting her son.
Yeah. She's always been my my biggest fan. She once told me I should have been a stand-up comedian.
I don't agree with that.
And
but...
I don't either. I said, Mom, you're the only one that finds me funny enough to be a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
I don't do stand-up bits. I'm more of a reality show guy. Like, I have to react in a situation. I make jokes off the hip.
You're reactive.
Yeah, my hips don't lie.
You're reactive real estate.
Yes, I am. I am a big bunch of reactive real estate.
Yeah.
Contact ERA Martin and Associates if you'd like to purchase me. But
you have an agent?
They went to this. They went to this bonfire last night, and all these guys staying around. They showed up, and like the one dude was wasted when they got there. You know, he's already primed, and this guy was like, Miss Sharon. He brushed like the seat off next to him around the fire. He goes, "Come sit your happy ace down."
Sit your happy ass down next to
and
me.
And the guy's wife, who is in the pound class with Mom, because Mom's never said anything to any of them about language.
Okay.
They say what they say. They're working out. You know how things happen.
And that's what I love about your mom.
Yeah,
she does.
She's fine with it.
It is what it is.
She doesn't like it, but if she's uncomfortable, she'll just leave. She didn't even say anything to anybody. Hey, thanks. I'm going to head home. And she's done.
Oh, I love a good Irish
accent. No chastising. She'll still come back and she's just so laid back. But the guy said that, and his wife, who was sober, was like so embarrassed and telling Krista, who is her sister, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, she was apologizing. And she's like, look, like, I know my sister will not know she'd leave. But they were telling that story, which I thought was hilarious. And she's like, yeah, I started listening to the podcast. Trying to catch up. She's like, he dropped 4 in like one day. I said, yeah, do you listen? She goes, no, I haven't caught up yet. I said, those are the ones that are like 30 seconds long.
Yeah, you'll catch up real quick.
She was like, oh, okay.
I did it all week. Matter of fact, I've heard that we need to do that again.
Let's do it.
We're not doing it tonight, but we will do it again.
You're not doing much more tonight after this.
You
look like you're about to go to sleep.
I'm going to take some ibuprofen, and I'm going to relax after this. Like, this is one of the, like, this is rushed because I can't do Monday.
Yeah, we couldn't do all weekend.
We couldn't do all weekend.
I had Huck's last doubleheaders. His team took second place.
And then, awesome.
And then you had a birthday party last night.
I had a family event last night for my father-in-law.
Do you have COVID again? Because
No.
I'm going to eat right after you.
No, go ahead.
My mouth on this meat.
I had some whiskey today, so you'll be fine. It landed on your chest. Your testicles. That's some really good barbecue.
I got it.
Yeah, I saw. So then, I had a family thing Saturday night. Today, I had the golfing thing, and I'm like, shit, do you want to record tonight at 6:30? And then you show up at 6:30. I'm like, shit, I'm not home yet.
When you texted me that, I just unloaded all my forging crap from the PA event like 2 weeks ago. Was still in Kevin's truck, and he has a tonneau cover. He forgot about it. I forgot about it. He went to use it at work, and he opened it up, and he was like, crap. Mm-hmm. So he's like, hey, can we unload this tonight? I just got done unloading my anvil, my forging stuff, all that. And I was like, looked at my message, and I was like, what time? Because I told Beth, I said, I'm going to go down to the pole barn with Kevin.
Yeah.
Unload all my crap. We drove separate to Mom and Dad's. I said, I'm going to go home and take a nap and watch some football. And I got done unloading, saw your thing. I was like, what time? A message Beth said, going to Martelle's to record.
You could have said no, and I would have easily just put out a message that said, where things came up, we can't get a show out. I would have pulled a show from like the first year and just
re-upped it like a favorite.
Just done like Lowe's blows and like our shows.
Yeah, steal our shows.
Just something that would have been.
It's okay though, because I actually look forward to this every week because, like I told Beth, a couple years back I was so busy I had literally no free evenings, nothing's getting done around the house, and I started cutting stuff back. And she's like, "What about the podcast?" And I said, "My only issue is like the podcast. I won't die if I stop doing it."
Right.
This was like first year. I said, "But I'm at the point where it's a bit of relaxation for me. It's a reprieve from everything else I do through the week. I can show up there, have a good time with the buddy, and I'm not worried about everything else."
Yeah. Well,
it's like in the Fast and Furious.
Judgment.
It's like in those hour or less, I'm free.
Yeah.
So I said, that's something I look forward to as me time. I'm not worrying about the kids. I'm not worrying about work. I'm not thinking about what I got to do tomorrow. I show up and just hang out and have a good time every week. That was a good one.
Yeah,
I feel one coming on too.
I turned away. I had to. I couldn't help it.
I heard that over me talking through my headphones.
It came through my chest.
That was a great belch. You all just missed it.
I'm sure it got picked up, but it came through my chest. That's what warm Miller Lite will do.
Yeah, I just had one that tasted bubbly.
Oh, so tasty.
Warm beer.
But yeah, this week has been. I'm really looking forward to next weekend. Like, I'm really looking forward to the races. Like, I was supposed to go down to Nashville for the races, and I literally just couldn't.
I'm out of town next week, and I just realized.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So that kind of worked out.
Okay, well, great. I mean,
I'm leaving Friday afternoon. Won't be back till Sunday night.
I'm leaving Friday sometime, and heading to Moe's, and then him and I are heading over to Indiana. So it is. I don't know.
So if you don't get a show done in time next week, we may not have a show next week.
We may not have a show next week. But hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll be able to get... my plan is to try to get in at least 3 shows next week that we have for filler shows. So I'll have a show for next week, and then I'll have 2 extra shows.
Cool.
That I can do. But we're doing a lot of... Like we had a call today, like Jason, Mo, and I, and it was a lot of what is your expectation out of Mo and I? And Jason was like, I just want you guys to have fun. He goes, but
wear
I want
Speedo.
Yeah, like wear a Speedo,
fire resistant Speedo for safety.
We've got if you need it, we got a fire suit, but wear a Speedo. But I just want you guys to have fun. Like I just want you to have a good time. You're here, obviously. He's like, we're not paying you for this. I'm like, I wouldn't. I don't expect it.
Do it is payment enough.
Yeah, being here,
it's a cool experience.
Having full access to everything.
Most people have to pay for an experience, quote unquote. Yeah. I'm air quoting.
Well,
and you guys get to do
that. Just to have tickets to sit. You have to pay to have tickets to sit in the stands and watch a car go around the track.
Right.
Not just in a left-hand turn. These cars are doing right-hand turns too.
These are.
This is GT series. This isn't NASCAR bullshit. Yeah. So, but
let's go Brandon.
Let's go Brandon. But we have access to everything. We have access to the pits. We have access to the infield.
The bathroom.
We have access to the bathroom. We have access to the track.
Concession stand.
There may not be a concession stand.
I don't know.
It may be a full-blown restaurant.
Ooh.
But we have access to everything. Like we have unrestricted access. Like that is the best part. So Mo and I are taking full advantage of this, and we are hitting everything with video. We're hitting everything with photography. I'm gonna take my recorder with me and maybe try to record some shit. Just not even interviews. Just I'm gonna take the double microphone that I have,
the double-ended one,
and try to get some sounds.
Awesome.
Like that,
like that,
like Diesel.
I hope that got picked up.
But I'm just gonna try to grab whatever I can grab. And if it turns into something, it turns into. If it doesn't, it was still a hell of an experience.
Well, I was going to say, even if you get no audio, you're going to have a great time.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, so that's, in the end, that's what you're doing it for.
It's going to be, it's going to be amazing. Like, either way, it's going to be absolutely amazing. And, like, I can't wait. Like, I'm looking forward to this. Like, we were supposed to be in Nashville, but I honest to God, like, when it came to doing Nashville, like, going down there, I could not swing the price. Like, it was going to be close to $2,000 for Liz and I. Each.
Well,
each.
All you got to do is leave Liz at home, and it's half the cost.
Well, we were going to go down together. But, you're right, it would be half the cost. But it was going to
sell your pool.
God, wouldn't that be amazing?
Used pool, come dig it out. I saw the covers on it.
I got a jackhammer, I'll help. No, we haven't even winterized the pool yet.
Well, I figured you had it. It was 82 today.
We're working on it. Well, just because it's 82 here doesn't mean that you're getting in that much.
Oh, I would, but
that's just 60-some degrees.
Great.
I ain't getting in that.
I'll get in there.
My fucking balls would go up in my nets.
In your...
Let me try that again. My balls would go up into my neck.
Did you combine neck and nuts?
I did.
You're like,
nets. It'll go into my nets. But it's man. Just like, but the whole like going there and like it was gonna be super expensive, and I wanted to do it We just couldn't. I couldn't pull it off. Indianapolis, I can pull off. Like that's
you can pull it. You can just yank it right off.
Yeah, I can rub one out to this, and I mean, reality is because I'm unvaccinated, my semen costs more than somebody who's vaccinated.
Is that a fact?
That is a fact.
Huh.
There are companies looking for unvaccinated
because they're getting requests for it.
I could sell my shit for $1,500 a shot.
I thought you said semen.
Semen.
So your semen.
Sperm.
Not your fecal matter.
Sperm.
So I got a story for you.
Oh, shit. Why does semen leave to a story from you?
Totally different. Totally shifting gears.
Were you on a boat?
Forget semen because I'm about to talk about my 7-year-old son. So get that out of your head.
Well, technically, at some point, he was.
He was, and yeah. But
he came from an egg.
Jack got it. So we're heading home from after last games of the season. Team took second place, and
how's that Miller Lite?
Warm.
Have you finished it yet?
It's almost gone.
You got another one?
I do. Oh, it's not almost gone. It's like 2/3 gone.
Yeah, we're up on that. All right, Huck.
All right, let me tell my story, and then I'll try and choke this nasty crap down. Actually, I don't mind Miller Lite. I just prefer it cold.
Well, I prefer red wine cold.
If I've been drinking moonshine and whiskey all day in the sun, I probably wouldn't care either.
Right.
So we do that, and then the sponsor of the league's there. He's a dad of 2 of the kids on the team too. And he goes, "Hey, dairy shut on me for the team." Cool. So we go to Dairy. It's an ice cream joint, local place.
It's knockoff of Dairy Queen,
pretty much. But for being a small local joint, it's way better than Dairy Queen.
Well, anything is way better than Dairy Queen if it's a small local joint. I'm going to be honest.
There's one. I've been to a couple that were not better than Dairy Queen. But anyway, we get the ice cream. We head home. And Huck's riding with me. We drove separate because Beth had to go to Lindsay's Bakery. She got cookies for the whole team and donuts because we were there all day.
That's the place that has pineapple or
pumpkin
donuts. Jesus Christ!
She did get some pineapple.
See?
Look what you're rubbing me off right now.
Yeah, I am.
She got the pumpkin donuts, got baseball cookies, like a little whatever. So she's like, I said, I'll just take Huck straight to the field. That way you're not so rushed getting everything in the morning. Cool. So Huck wants to ride home with me. So we're riding home. We're about to pull in the drive. And out of nowhere, hadn't talked about anything regarding this. Huck goes, "Hey, Dad?" "Yeah, buddy." "Do you know what my favorite plant is?" I said, "Your
marijuana
favorite
plant."
I said, "No. What's your favorite plant?" He said, "A penis flytrap." And I said, "A what?" He said, "A penis flytrap. Mom showed me a picture of one." And I said, "Hold on. Let me park the truck, and then you can ask me that again." And he started talking. I said, "No, hold on. Let me park the truck, and then ask me again." So I get my phone out and hit record. I said, "All right, buddy, go ahead." He goes, "Dad, you know what my favorite plant is?" "What?" And I know it's coming. "A penis flytrap." And I said, "Where did you hear that?" Or I said, "A penis flytrap?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "Did you learn about that in school?" First year in public school, right? Well, private school.
Yeah.
But he was homeschooled before. So I'm thinking maybe they learned about Venus flytraps in school and he heard it wrong. Or maybe some kid made a joke and he heard it, whatever.
Right.
So I'm just like, I'm trying not to laugh. And I said, "Okay, buddy, where did you learn that? Learn that in school?" He said, "No." I said, "Okay. Did you see it on a TV show?" He goes, "Yeah." So what TV show were you watching?
Pornhub.
He said, "Well, what's funny is I watched Impractical Jokers one time, and they were in this place that had all the plants, and one of the guys told the guy, messing with the people, 'Hey, ask if they've seen the penis flytrap yet.'" So I thought maybe you ever heard that, but I was pretty sure I didn't watch it at home. I watched it when I was in a hotel.
Yeah. It was pink.
So I said, it was mushrooms. I said, "What TV show?" He said, "Well, actually it was on a game." I said, "A game? What game?" He said, "A game on my tablet at Nanny's." It was a video in a game. I said, "You saw a penis flytrap on a video in a game on your tablet at Nanny's?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Where did you first learn of these?" He said, "Well, my mommy helped me learn about them." I said, "Mommy helped you learn about penis flytraps?" "Yeah." I said, "Buddy, I think Mommy might have meant Venus flytrap." And he kind of stares at me for a second and goes, Oh. Dawned on him. Because we've told him from the beginning, your penis is called your penis.
Yeah.
That way, if somebody touches it, he'll say he touched my penis, not he touched my dinger or whatever.
We've done the same thing.
Right. So it's like, call your parts your parts.
Yeah.
That way, if
Penis,
there's trouble.
vagina.
Right. You know.
Virgina.
And that if nobody's known this, with young kids, if you go to court because somebody may have done awful things to them, it's better for them to be able to name the part that was touched or affected.
Right.
So we've just always done that. I had no clue where he was going with the penis flytrap.
He touched my dick.
But
excuse me.
Ooh, you touched my tra-la-la.
You know what? I'm changing my nickname. I am no longer going to be Martelle.
Okay.
I am going to go by a variation of my grandfather's name. So his name was his Dick.
His Dick?
No, his name was Dick.
Okay, there you go.
I'm going by Dickie.
Okay.
Little Dickie.
Little Dickie? I think that one's taken.
Well, I think that's Little Nicky, but I'm going to go by
Lil Dickie's a rapper.
I don't give a fuck who he is.
You don't know who Little Dicky is?
No, I don't give a fuck either, because it's like...
Oh, you would love
it's all these little assholes that are running around.
No, it's not. I'll educate you. You'll love him. I'm serious.
If I had my tablet up here, I'd just pull up
Little Dicky?
Yeah, and it would take me to Pornhub.
Little Dicky's been around for a minute, then he got a show, and then COVID hit. Number 2 for Martelle. Well, number 74 for Martelle.
Little Dicky.
For Little Dicky. You're Little Dicky, and I'm
running for president, and my name is Little Dicky.
You're Little Dicky.
I approve this message.
You're Little Dicky. I'm Otis Nice. We're changing names.
I thought about this the other day. I'm like, my grandfather's name was Richard, and they called him Dick.
Dude, hold on. Hear me out. You're about to go do this racing thing, right?
Yeah.
Go race themed. Dick Trickle.
I'm fine with Dick Trickle.
Be Dick Trickle.
Like, what's your name? Like, Richard.
Dick Trickle. They call me Little
Richard
Dicky.
Stream. They call me Dick Trickle.
Richard Stream. Richard Stream. Oh, that's phenomenal.
They call me Richard Stream. My name's Richard Stream. They call me Dick Trickle.
Oh man, Little Dicky Trickle.
Dicky Trickle.
Oh, we're rolling.
I'm rolling with that now.
Redo the intro right now, and then throw it at the beginning too.
Welcome to the Buckhorn Podcast. I'm Dick Trickle, and with me always is Otis Nice.
What's up, Little Dicky? Oh no, we got to do a theme song.
Dick Trickle and Richard Stream.
Oh.
You know what's funny is you did that. You're like, bah.
Yeah, that's the original.
I still do that shit because it's the original intro we had.
We had it for like 2 years.
I know.
And I love our new music.
I love our new music.
Yeah, our new music.
I love our old music, but I had to change it when I started hearing it.
We saw it on commercials. And
on
stuff.
A commercial.
Yeah,
I'm like, we can't use something that's now being used on a national commercial.
Right.
And I would love to switch it up every year and just do a new intro music every year. And I've been on a Boss Tones kick lately. That's where
it came from.
That's kind of where, like, because the
Little Dicky's been on a Boss Tones kick.
Well, the front man for the Boss Tones, his name is Dickie.
Yeah, I know. That's why I typed that in.
And I'm just like, and then my grandfather's name was Richard, and my dad's middle name was Richard, and they called my grandfather Dick, and I'm like,
sounds like there's been a lot of dicks in your family.
There's been a lot of dicks in my past.
Good to see you carrying on the tradition.
So I was like, well, I should just start introducing myself as Dickie. And then, but I also like my barber. Like I had a barber that I went to. His name was Frenchie.
Okay, sorry.
I'm letting that pass. His name was Frenchie. So Dickie went to Frenchie to get a haircut.
I just belched 4 times really awfully, and Diesel got up and asked to leave the room. And he's gone. That was my bad, Diesel. Love you, buddy. All right, so back to Frenchie.
He'll be back. Yeah, so like
Frenchie is the chicken grease.
I feel like the old school like 40 names need to come back. Like Dickie.
You mean the mob names?
Frenchie.
Yeah.
Slick.
Al Capone.
No.
Muggsy.
Muggsy's a good one though.
They're all good ones.
Muggsy, Capone. That was his actual name. Like Muggsy isn't.
Pretty Boy Floyd.
Pretty Boy Floyd was from the
Babyface Nelson.
Like those nicknames are like, to me, that shit needs to come back. Like that. I am all.
I learned some mob terms while listening to another podcast yesterday. Actually.
Yeah.
Like if somebody called and said, "Hey, I heard you paint rooms," or "You're a painter."
You're a painter. Yeah.
That's code for you shoot somebody in the head and their blood splatters everywhere.
Yeah, and a cleaner or a mechanic is someone who comes in and fixes the problem.
Well, he said I also do my own bookkeeping, meaning he cleans up afterwards. He ties up the loose ends.
Yep.
I learned there's a couple other I kind of forget.
Mechanic's my favorite because when I told someone that I was a mechanic at Audi headquarters, I'm like, I don't need your bullshit. I'm a fucking mechanic. I don't need to hear this. And like everybody that I worked with at the time was like, "Oh, you're a mechanic." I'm like, "Yeah, keep it up. You'll find out how much I'm going to fix this problem." Meaning I was going to...
I'm in IT. Them. I will debug this situation.
I will debug this situation. Let me get my code.
That's what I will decode you. I will 00011011101 you.
That's right. But yeah, mechanic's a term. Is the fixer. That's my favorite.
We should Google mod terms.
I like the fixer. You know what? Let me see if I can do that. I'll see if I can get on the laptop.
I'll say I got my phone.
I'm waiting until I'm now waiting until Black Friday to get a laptop.
So you can get some for $3 cheaper when they make it sound like it's a bigger deal.
No, because I'm watching prices now, so they can't tell me that it's going to be $3 cheaper and give me that bullshit answer. But the fixer is like one of that's like probably my favorite term because that's just a generalistic like, oh, we need to get the fixer.
The fixer.
And I feel like I would survive pretty well in a John Wick environment.
I think I'm going to call you the Swiffer, the quicker picker-upper.
I'm more like Drano.
You unclog guys' drains?
I will unclog that shit for you.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I will definitely hit the unclog. I actually had to resurface the face of my golf club today, so I fixed it.
AKA, you got mad and smashed it on concrete.
No, actually, at some point, I had hit a rock, and it dented the shit out of the face of the club and left a gigantic nick in it. So I had to sand it down.
Okay.
With a Dremel. I fixed it.
You're the fixer.
I'm more of a fixer than a mechanic. So, but, a mechanic can do the same thing. So I'm looking for, here we go. The Ultimate Mafia Glossary. That's kind of what I feel like I was looking for. So let's see here. This is from the NCS, the National Crime Syndicate.com. Connected Guy, an associate, the books, a phrase indicating membership to the family. If there's a possibility of promotion, then the books are open. If not, the books are closed. We already know who the boss is. Capo is a family member who leads a crew. Captain is the capo. Clip, code of silence. We all know what that shit is. You gotta unload the clip. Actually, a clip is to murder or whack, hit, pop, burn, ice, put a contract out. Costa Nostra is a mob term for the family or mafia, which I don't feel like that was, that may be a thing, but I feel like that was overused in a lot of the rap that I used to listen to back in the 90s. Eat alone, to keep one to himself, to be greedy. That motherfucker eats alone.
It's delicious. I eat my alone with ketchup.
Sometimes I see people eating.
I'm a mobster that never got past the age of 12.
I go out to eat and I see people eating alone, and I just think that's weird. Don, we know that Don is the head of the family. Let's see. Heavy, packed, carrying a weapon, juice, the interest to pay.
We could have done these where you read one and I try and guess it.
We could have. We can still do that. There's.
I'm cracking open this other Miller Lite.
There's a lot here.
Warm.
So,
this show is sponsored by Miller Lite, a fine Pilsner beer, according to their own can.
Yeah, 3.2%. Is it 3.2? That's a hell of a guess.
I think it's got to be something like that. Where does it say?
That's what I'm trying to find it now. I'm in a dark corner of this.
It's like they printed
room.
Tiny silver letters on a white label. What a dumb.
Well, it's gold, not silver, but that
shows how dumb they are.
Who's dumb?
Me.
You.
I'm so dumb, I'm just going to Google it.
It's either 3.2 or 4.3.
You're just naming off engines now.
Yeah. It's a 2.0. So let's start this out easy. We're going to go through that. We're going to do mob turns.
4.2.
I said that.
You
I said 3.4 or 4.2.
No, you said 3.2 or 4.3. Because 4.3 is the Chevy.
Jesus Christ. It's a goddamn 2.0 turbo at this point. So, all right. So we're going to go easy. You ready?
Ready as I'm going to be.
Made man.
Oh, that's one of the dudes that's like, he's in with the family.
Yeah, an introduction to the family.
And he's got to be Italian.
Yep.
I know that. To be a made man, you have to be Italian, with one exception. There's a whole, it's this dude.
It's a whole thing, yeah.
Yeah, there's one guy that was not Italian, but apparently took out Jimmy Hoffa, and I learned about him.
And they still haven't found Hoffa's body.
Yeah, his deathbed, well, that's because he was cremated.
Well,
according to the guy that
he's in my backyard.
on his deathbed. Yeah, he's under the pool.
All right, so easy enough. So we're going to ramp this up. Mobbed up.
Mobbed up. If you're mobbed up, that means you got people got your back.
You got connections.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Was that right?
That's right.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah. That's why. Like I'm starting easy here. Mobster.
A mobster?
Yeah.
That's anybody that works with the mob.
Right. That's your momster. That's Sharon.
Oh, it was momster the term?
It's mobster.
Oh, that's Sharon. What is she? She probably is. She probably works for the CIA.
So, all right. So let's paying tribute.
Honoring somebody.
Okay. I'll accept that.
I'm going to say honoring somebody by taking care of who whacked them.
All right. No.
Okay. I went way off the rail.
You could have just stopped at honoring somebody.
Okay. I lost the point.
Giving the boss a cut of the deal. Paying tribute.
Oh, okay.
Honoring somebody.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Shakedown.
I like these better because I don't have to think as nasty and sexually as I do with Urban Dictionary.
Well, yeah.
A shakedown is where you go rough somebody up. You give them a warning, a chance to you let them know, hey, if you don't handle your business, we're going to handle it for you.
Yeah, close. Very, very, very super close. Like blackmail to get money from somebody or to give somebody a scare.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
The scare thing is the one I was focused on.
Yeah. Tax.
Tax is what you charge somebody.
Percentage
over and above, yeah.
Percentage of someone's earnings.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, we know that. Waste management business.
Oh, that's a cleaning crew.
That's
the one that gets rid of a body.
It's a euphemism for organized crime. That's all it says.
Oh.
So
it's like the storefront, basically.
Yeah. So shy. This is where it starts getting a little bit higher.
So mob
shy, S-H-Y, shy.
No, I understand the spelling. Can you use it in a sentence?
I'm
going to say
you need to pay back the shy.
You're going to pay back the guy that's behind the scenes.
No.
Okay, I have no clue then.
But you're close. It's the interest charged on loans by a loan shark. So it's the interest,
Never heard of that.
not the paying back part.
Oh, okay.
We know what rat is. I'm not going to get into that. Pinched. We know what pinched is.
That's what crabs do.
Yeah, I have crab underwear on right now.
I have crabs in my underwear right now.
I bet you do. Lamb. L-A-M. Lamb.
Delicious. It's just a delicious animal. It's
that's L-A-M-B.
Oh.
This is L-A-M. Lamb.
L-A-M?
L-A-M. And it's not... lamb.
I don't have a clue on this one. Lamb means... Can you use this in a sentence?
He's on the lamb.
He's on the run.
To run or hide.
There you go. That's what I thought, and then I was like, because I've heard that term, but I know it's spelled L-A-M.
Guma.
Guma?
G-O-O-M-A-H. M-A-H. Guma.
Itch.
Itch. It's an itch. Guma.
I've heard this one before. Guma's your boss.
It is the Mafia mistress.
Ah, okay. That could be your boss.
Could be your boss. Let's see. Garbage business.
That's the storefront type thing still, right?
Yeah. It's a euphemism for organized crime.
Dirty work.
We already know the family. We know that one. We know that one. We know that one. Confirm.
You assume we know these just because you're Little Dicky.
Well, no, because we went through them already.
But, confirm.
Confirm.
Job's been done.
To be made or see made guy.
Oh, okay.
So not to see a job's done, but to you're in the family now. Confirm you're in the family.
Huh.
Let's see. That's a word I can't pronounce, so we'll skip over that.
Nope. Read it. Read it.
All right. So consigliere. Consigliere. Consigliere.
I have no clue.
Because it's consigliere, which is really close to coast to coast. Really close to like a consultant.
You and I are both thinking the same word. Neither one of us can pronounce it right now.
So consigliere is very, very close to Jesus. God, fucking damn it! Consigliere is a consultant, a family advisor who is consulted before a decision is made.
I would have guessed.
Which is where I kind of feel like I would be in the family.
Concierge.
No.
That's the word I was thinking of.
Yeah, concierge.
No, I'm saying I had to Google it because it was driving me nuts.
Yeah, concierge, which I don't know that concierge and is it spelled the same?
No.
CONSIGLI.
No, concierge is CONCIERGE.
Okay,
There's no L.
Yeah, so this is the Italian version of that. Then it is basically the same thing. It's someone you run something by before you actually make a decision.
Well, concierge is a caretaker, hotel employee whose job is to assist guests by arranging tours, making theater and restaurant reservations, etc.
Yeah, and they never do any of that shit anyway.
I've never been to a nice enough hotel to have one.
Me either. Administration.
The administration's like the family, right?
No.
The top dogs?
Oh, well. That, yes. The administration is top level management of an organized crime, the boss, the underboss, and the consigliere.
You're doing well.
I'm trying. Let's see. Wise guy.
Wise guy. That's a mobster.
Is a made man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the family.
Yeah.
You're a wise
Through
guy.
the mouth.
Through the mouth?
Through the mouth.
That means the information you received, it's kind of like playing telephone.
A message,
it's been told, person to person.
So a message job through the mouth to indicate that someone was a rat. You were close. I don't know that you would get that part of it.
Yeah, no, I definitely did not.
Through the eye.
That's where you stick your two fingers.
Two fingers, and they
whoop. Yep, Three Stooge style.
Yeah, they mow you.
Get them. You're like that's when you're roughing them up. You boom.
Yeah.
Right in the eyes.
No, it's a message through a job, the eye to say, we're watching you. So one is a rat, one is, hey, we got eyes on you.
Instead of the poke, it's the point with the
literally, like, we're watching you.
Yeah.
Soldier.
A soldier's a hitman. It's one of the people on the streets taking care of the work.
Yeah, it's the bottom level of the crime. It's foot soldier. Skylock business.
Skylock business?
Yeah. This will be the last one, then we're going to move on to something else.
No clue. No, I don't have a single idea.
The business of loan sharking.
Okay, I've never heard that.
I have never heard that either. So, those are, because we rolled into this somehow. I don't remember how we got to this point.
I mean, you're Little Dicky. I'm Otis Nice.
I mean, it's...
it's how we do here at the Buttcorn Podcast.
Yeah, Buttcorn. Buttcorn.
Yes.
Or do you want to say KORN?
KORN means it's cooler.
Yeah.
So we're going to go with KORN.
Yeah.
Apparently, when I do this voice, I have to close my eyes.
Yeah, don't piss off Dickie.
And I gotta keep doing the Italian hand thing, and I don't know why.
That's funny.
Is that a little racist?
Not really. No, I don't think so.
Or just stereotypical?
I think it's stereotypical.
My problem is my accent
most stereotypes
is not
are
Italian. They are.
Most stereotypes are true.
I don't know how to do a mobster Italian accent. That was like a very weird mixture of Southern hillbilly, somebody that's been smoking for 84 years, a little bit of Italian mobster,
and I think Brando Marlin.
I think
Marlon Brando. Brando Marlin. Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brando.
Do you know the story behind the Let's Go Brandon?
Oh yeah,
stuff?
I watched the video and everything. The day it came out, I saw it.
Because I saw it the day it came out.
One of my buddies even took the NASCAR logo instead of the with the stripes.
Oh,
it says "Let's Go" and then Brandon with the NASCAR stripes.
Someone made a shirt of that.
Yeah, that's what I saw. A shirt.
Yeah. There's a shirt now of the Let's Go, and I mean, let's be honest here. My name's Brandon, and I love it when people chant for me. So,
so you're going to get the shirt.
I may get a Let's Go Brandon shirt.
I saw all the people with like hashtag FJB and all this stuff, and I didn't like when it first became a hashtag.
Oh yeah,
I saw people with shirts. Some of my friends were rocking stuff, putting hashtag FJB, and I was just like, "What?" I didn't even click on it. I was like, "I don't care what that means." Some stupid trend. Then I saw that video and I went, "Oh,
yeah, fuck Joe Biden."
That's what that means.
Let's go, Brandon.
Oh, the video's so funny. They're saying, "Let's go, Brandon."
So, for anybody out there that doesn't know, a gentleman named Brandon Brown had won the race for NASCAR.
He did not run it.
He did not run it.
He drove it.
He drove it and he won. And they did an interview on NBC Sports, and the crowd was yelling, "Fuck Joe Biden." But
clearly,
I mean, absolutely 100%. You could not differentiate "Let's go, Brandon" to "Fuck Joe Biden." And the reporter goes, "Oh, listen to the crowd. They're cheering for you. Let's go, Brandon."
And he even kind of like looking at her like,
"Right. Okay, bitch.
Yeah.
We'll go with that."
And that's why women should not be allowed to be a sportscaster.
I don't agree with that.
I don't either.
But
I just thought I'd throw it out there.
But
see if we get any hate email for that.
The fact that now this "Let's Go Brandon" thing has become "Let's Go Brandon" has become a term
to replace
FJB, fuck Joe Biden, which I'm more than happy to say because the guy's ruining the goddamn country at this point. Not that I would say Trump is doing any better.
They're both idiots.
But
everybody's an idiot.
They're both
Everybody
fucking
sucks.
morons.
I made a meme with the He-Man and the Skeletor where they say something then they run away through that tunnel.
Oh yeah.
I did a Skeletor one. There's a political thread on those.
I've been posting those to my Instagram stories for
I've seen some of yours.
For literally the past 3 weeks.
So I took the Skeletor one. There's a big old political debate. It's a crap flinging match going on the car site. And I was reading through and just laughing. I like dropping in there and just asking a question and just seeing a response. Or I'll drop a video. I won't even say I agree or disagree.
What does FJB mean?
And I dropped a video where a guy from Pfizer was recorded without him knowing, saying, "Well, yeah, of course you're on antibodies. If you get COVID and survive, your antibodies are way better than a vaccination.
Yeah,
you don't need it then." And then a guy then went back and showed him and said, "Hey, this is you saying it." And of course, he got up. He kind of got ambushed. I don't agree with that, but it's a very short.
Oh no,
clip.
I love the ambush stuff because that's the greatest.
Well, it's a very short clip, and it was obviously edited to only show one side.
Right.
So I just put that in there, no context, no nothing. And people are like, "Oh, you're this and you're that." So after 2 pages of people yelling back and forth, I took the Skeletor meme and put, "Everyone is an idiots until next time." And then so I started to reply, and they just you could tell that it was never mind.
Yeah, they're like,
yes, I intentionally said everybody is an idiots.
Yeah,
because that also includes me. If I'm in there getting into a pissing match,
you're not getting into the pitching match. You're just trolling the pissing match. It's a big difference.
I have asked some serious questions that they're trying to understand where people are coming from, but yeah, mainly just trolling.
I've been posting a lot of the Skeletor stuff, and it hasn't been political. One was
I saw your one that's when you're. It was He-Man said something about when your enemy's more popular than you or whatever.
Yeah, that was just recently. There was another one that I put up, I think, 2 or 3 days ago that said something along the lines of, "You need to smell your vibrator and see if you need a new boyfriend or not." Till we meet again.
So gross.
Meaning they don't have a boyfriend and they need to probably get out of the house.
That's so gross.
Just saying. But it's fucking hilarious. And well, I only use my Instagram stories for trolling and putting memes, and I just put the real shit in my
because eventually it goes away and people will stop replying to it.
That's right. Well, no one replies to it. But
I've replied to some.
Occasionally someone will reply to one of my stories. I put up it was a comic strip of a little kid who was butt-ass naked with a bottle of booze and wearing a pair of sunglasses. And the mother said, "No, you cannot go as Hunter Biden for Halloween." And I got a response that said, "Don't give in to the red herrings of this bullshit." And I'm like, You don't understand.
What?
I don't give a shit one way or another.
Yeah.
There's no giving into red herrings. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
So I'm going to push this shit on my Instagram stories.
It's based on facts. Proven facts.
I don't give a fuck about the Biden family. They can drop off the face of the planet and it doesn't affect me one bit.
Yeah. They go with Florida and California.
Two, he responded. He said something. I'm like, oh, because we're not on our way to a total totalitarianism like society at this point. Where
Totalitarianism?
Totalitarianism.
That's where towels take over.
Tally. I mean, if it's Tally, we're going to be all high as shit. So from South Park.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Took me a second.
But
it's been a minute since I watched.
Totalitarianism.
Okay.
Camel
towing.
Camel totalitarianism. But if I'm like, we're already on our way to totalitarianism. So I don't give a fuck what you think. And I got no response from him. He's going, well, I take it. He said something, and I said something about the totalitarianism, and he's like, well, I don't like Biden either. I'm like, yeah, but I'm almost certain that you back this asshole.
You're pretty defensive for not liking it.
You're pretty defensive for not, but in his defense, he has struggled with drugs and alcohol in the past. And this is a kid that is walking around with a bottle of liquor and
that bottle of Seagram's
either way
awakens ancient feelings.
I don't give a shit what I put on my Instagram stories because I use it for the funnies. And if no one responds to any of it, doesn't affect me one way or another. But I have gotten a lot of, hey, keep posting the Skeletor things because they are fucking hilarious. And now people are sending them to me.
You only got that from Mo?
No. I actually got that from Brett. I got that from Mo. I got that from Andrea. I got that.
I don't know some of those people.
From a lot of people. And I'm like, there's more to come.
But wait.
There's more.
Let's go, Brandon.
Like, when your when your villain's more popular than you. It's just picture He-Man. Who wore it better?
That was a good one.
And it was fucking Cardi B and
He-Man.
And He-Man. They had the same goddamn haircut. So, I give the people what they want. I'm not like you, where you post incessantly like 13 times in a 2.5 hour period.
You know how many people ask me to keep doing that?
0.
Literally everybody I see.
I don't. I ask you to stop.
Yeah, you're the only one.
Like, I can't take.
Most people just probably unfollow me.
The inundation of
memes,
bullshit that you post, make it worthwhile.
That's fine.
It's not worthwhile.
I'm a machine gunner.
You're just throwing it out there to see what sticks. I am
one of those bullets is going to hit.
Thoughtfully looking at what I post and then posting it.
Maybe.
With the exception of Skeletor, because it's Skeletor.
So you're a sniper and I'm a machine gunner. Both have their places in the military.
In the military and in memes. And I don't know that a machine gunner needs to be in memes.
Well, disagree to disagree.
Like, you're taking a handful of cum and saying how much you can get to stick on a wall.
Probably all of it if I throw hard enough.
I'm just shooting for one spot on the wall.
And missing every time.
Not every time.
The older you get, the more you miss.
Nah. I'll Spider-Man that shit.
Nah. That was such an old man term.
Nah. I am an old man. I'll own it.
Crusty.
I'll fucking own it. I don't give a shit. So, I got a bad back. I got bad hips. I got bad knees. I got a bad ankle. I'll fucking own it. I got a bad neck.
See, I got all that too, and I take up a lot of real estate.
Yeah, you do.
A whole lot of real estate.
I don't take up any real estate.
At all.
I mean, literally, I live in a 4-bedroom house. I don't take up any real estate.
Nope. I just need a bigger house.
Apparently.
It's all relative.
Is it, though?
In West Virginia, it is.
Yeah, it is. And sometimes in Tennessee and Kentucky.
Probably sometimes everywhere. So if we're going to say sometimes, probably sometimes everywhere.
And Ohio. Ugh.
Probably sometimes.
Anyway.
That's good. We've been at it an hour.
Yeah, we have, actually.
Have we?
Hour 4.
104.
Because I jumped in with an intro of you and me and the thing and...
Imagine you and me, and me and you, no matter how we toss the dice.
I will say...
No matter how we toss our salads, it's plain to see.
As much as I do like doing the show with you. I'm really looking forward to next week.
The only two are here, Martelle, and here,
I gotta
Randy.
get some batteries for this recorder.
For your quote-unquote recorder.
Yeah, for this
Mo, Jason,
butt vibrator.
Make sure you put a lock on your belts.
Pagan.
Pagan?
Yeah.
You guys are worshiping the devil?
Yeah, we are.
With vibrators?
Have you never
Let's
seen it?
go, Brandon.
That's right. Let's go, Brandon. I think it's going to be the name of the show.
Hey.
It's going to be, I mean, it's either going to piss people off or they're going to be like, I don't get it.
Well,
His
the
name's
good news
Brandon.
is we've always really been concerned with making people angry.
Oh, yeah.
And losing listeners.
Yeah, because, all two.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mo.
Hi, Kevin.
Kevin doesn't listen.
Yeah, he does.
Does he?
He told me today because Mom mentioned it, and I was like, yeah, Martelle went on. Like, I said, I went to Martelle's house. He seemed in a fine mood, and he hit record. He was like, F this, F that, F you, F them.
Did they know I'm running for president?
And Kevin was, well, they listened, and you said it.
I mean,
So
but
they
have to vote for me.
Yeah,
That's how it works now.
That's how it works. You listened. I got your vote.
You listen, I got your vote.
Sweet.
Marijuana.
You're going to do
closing the borders.
You're going
Let's
to
go,
do
Brandon.
almost as good as Ross Perot.
Oh, that guy. He's probably, I mean, as far as independent runners went, he was probably the closest when it came to being an independent.
Of never seen him run. I don't know.
Ross Perot?
Yeah.
Oh, he was.
I picture him more of as a bicyclist.
No. He was
Pretty
kind of majestic in his speeches.
No,
I remember
when he
him.
was really mainstream. I was too young to care. I couldn't even vote.
Well, but that's the thing. But he ran as an independent. He didn't run under.
I thought he ran Green Party once.
He may have, but that's still kind of.
Well,
that's still kind of on your own.
Right.
That's not an R or a D.
Big D. I'm going to do the big D. It don't mean Dallas.
And he didn't do the. Who was the dickhead that did the thing with the pencil? That they had
What?
Oh, there was a guy that ran.
William Chaucer?
No. He and Norm
Agatha
Macdonald
Christie?
played him on Saturday Night Live. Fuck, what was his name?
Burt Reynolds.
No. God, what? Fuck. Let's see.
You don't even know what to Google. Norm Macdonald, we're reaching here.
Oh yeah, I'm super reaching for this because it
reaching
was
way under the grundle.
If I could goddamn spell.
Norm Macdonald was on
Norm
SNL.
Macdonald, SNL president.
He played Burt Reynolds with a big hat.
Well, he did that, but he also played another. He played one of the presidential.
By the way,
guys.
rest in peace, Norm Macdonald. One of the greatest comedians ever.
Absolutely.
People, I saw a whole thing of other comedians saying why Norm Macdonald's one of the best comedians ever, and you're all wrong if you don't agree or something. And they basically pointed out he was trolling you guys the whole time.
Oh,
because people are he's dumb, he's not funny. They're he's trolling you.
7 years ago, when he was diagnosed, he trolled us with a diagnosis.
Yeah, and then
no
he
one caught it.
Yeah, he ghosted about it.
Yeah,
but everybody's like, oh, he's too dry, or he's too dumb, or his jokes aren't funny. He's totally doing that on purpose, and people did not understand the brilliance behind what he did.
He was amazing.
This show brought to you by Norm Macdonald Estate
And Miller Lite.
And Miller Lite, a fine Pilsner beer.
Miller
Lite.
Miller Lite. So Burt Reynolds, I can't remember who he fucking played.
I want to open a buffet named the James Buffet. Do you think Jimmy Buffett would sue me?
Maybe. You might try.
I don't know if you can, though. The James Buffet, I feel, is different enough.
Well, he doesn't have a restaurant called Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville.
He has Margaritaville. You're not calling it James Buffet Margarita
Ian
Town.
Buffett has two T's where Buffet has one.
But you're not calling it James Buffet Margarita Town.
Margarita Town. Margarita City.
Yeah. I mean, it's Margarita Village.
Margarita Unincorporated Village. Let's go really rural.
That's Margarita, that's the thing. You're just calling it James Buffet.
James Buffet.
Your name could be James, and you have a buffet.
James Buffet and margaritas here.
Yeah. And you're macaw head. You're macaw heads, not parrot heads.
Macaw. No, I'd be I want to be turkey vulture heads.
Well, you can be whatever.
It's like eating roadkill.
I mean, you can be whatever, but
I can be anything.
I can't find it because everything I find right now is Norm Macdonald dead at the age of 61. So,
So sad.
R.I.P., R.I.P., R.I.P. He was brilliant. Him and what was the other guy that did, like, he was super dry, OD'd on heroin, like, a few years back.
Mitch Hedberg?
Yeah.
I literally just listened to him today while driving.
Hedberg. I don't know why I want to call him something else.
He said, one of my favorites was like, when I wear T-shirts, I have to wear a V-neck because I have a very sensitive neck. He said, if I wear a regular T-shirt, it hurts. And I can't wear a turtleneck because it feels like you're being choked by a really weak guy all day long. He said, if I wear a turtleneck and a backpack, it sounds like an angry midget's trying to kill me. Or it feels like an angry midget's trying to kill me. I was dying.
He's great.
He said, my buddy's a blackjack dealer, and he has a tattoo of an ace and a jack on his arm. And I told him, I'm a blackjack player, so I'm going to get one of a 10 and a 2. And he waited for the laughter that as it goes. And then later on, I'll add a king. It's just like, he was killing me, man.
He's good.
He's one of my all-time favorites.
He was the best.
So funny.
Him and Norm and
Ralphie
Bill
May's
Hicks.
another one that died. That was
Ralphie
hilarious.
May, yeah.
Oh, man.
So good. Ralphie May had other issues. Like, he was big.
He took up a lot of real estate. I wonder how much he weighed.
He took 600 pounds.
He was on that Celebrity Fit thing.
He was close to 600 pounds.
I need to either get funny or lose weight.
I would say you need to lose weight.
Okay. Well, that's not funny. Nobody laughs when somebody loses weight. They're just like, oh, good job.
No, but you can still be
I almost saw that weight. You know how everybody...
You can be kind of funny and lose weight.
How?
You don't have to be fat and be funny.
Use my loose skin like Play-Doh?
I mean, if you want to.
Get an old newspaper and put some skin on it and lift it up and you can read the comics off my belly?
That would be a sight to see. It's like silly putty.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That's kind of gross.
Just use my underneath my arm and stretch it out.
Yeah.
When I almost saw that way before, man, it was rough.
I want to fucking vomit.
That's because the warm white beer.
No, it's because you said you want to lift up your arm, and you wave and it keeps waving.
Yeah, my underarm does.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I wave,
and then it just keeps waving.
Just think of it like ocean waves.
Now I don't want that tattooed on my. Never mind.
On your what? Tattooed on your who?
On my dick. Ocean waves on my dick, or like a barber pole.
I would just have to have an ocean mist. The logo. Oh, that's ocean spray.
That's ocean spray. All right,
we're done. That'll do it.
That's it. Let's go, Brandon.
Hey, let's rate our warm beer.
I liked it.
I'd give it a 1.5. If it was cold, I'd give it a 2.
I'm at a 2 either way.
Because I've had it. I mean, it's Miller Lite.
It's Miller Lite. It's a 2.
It's a gas station beer.
It's 2.
Everybody can get it. You should have done that in the mic.
I don't do that into the mic.
You have before.
Once.
Probably. I'm not even going to try and remember how many
Maybe
times.
1.5.
1.5 belches.
Like, started here and moved over here.
And pulled out.
Like that. Anyway.
We need to get like Dolby Digital surround sound so the burp travels around the room.
I could do that.
That would be awesome.
I could do that in post.
Oh, man.
Not on this laptop, because God forbid.
You can do that on a post.
This will take like 7.5 hours to process this show.
You definitely need a new laptop.
Wait until Black Friday.
Racist.
White Friday. Waiting until the Friday.
Somehow more racist.
Why?
Let's go with Indigenous People Friday.
This is the thing. Here's something that I hate. I hate. You brought it up, and I hate it. Why is it that
we drive on parkways and we park on driveways?
No. We drive on highways and we drive on freeways. You're neither high nor free.
Oh. Deep dive.
Just saying. I mean, if you were free on a freeway, it wouldn't be 65 miles an hour.
To be fair, some people are high. If they're listening to us and driving, they may be high.
Jesus Christ. They probably did. But maybe someone can answer this. Why is it that everything is like Black Friday? And then people are like, you can't say that. That's racist.
Well, I say just to be dumb.
Well, I know you do, but I've heard it from other people before.
Like, seriously?
Yeah. In a serious fashion. I'm like, all right, well, what if I called it White Friday? They're like, that's even worse. I'm like, they're like, why isn't it just the Friday after Thanksgiving? I'm like, because that's a goddamn mouthful.
Yeah, it is. Not as big a mouthful as Black Friday is. Hey-o.
Whoa. But
Asian Friday we can handle.
Well, anybody can handle that.
Playfully racist. We love our Asians. We're kidding, guys. But it's one of our best friends.
But it is one of those things where you, at this point, you can't say anything without it being like.
Well, some people are just looking to get offended. Period.
Like I was watching a show today, and they were like, "Oh, the groundhog, hey, he's my spirit animal," and then like as they come through the show, they're like, "You can't say spirit animal anymore; that it offends people." I'm like,
"Spirit animal offends people?
Fuck off!" Because it could offend
indigenous people,
an Indian. No, fuck it, it's an Indian. It could be they could be indigenous, but it could offend an Indian person.
Dot Indian or feather Indian?
Whoa!
Oh, okay.
Indian, not
racist.
Dot Indian. That's not racist.
Dude, listen, if you don't calm down, I'm going to pull out my flint knife and stab you with it.
No, you're not, because you don't have one.
I actually do. I have several.
No, not on you.
That you know
You got
of.
a better chance of pulling out your 22 and shooting me than you do pulling out a flint.
Who carries a 22?
The people that want to give people flesh wounds and lead poisoning.
Actually, there was a serial killer nicknamed the 22 Killer, but that's neither here nor there.
Right. So, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Google, Instagram.
Let's go, Brandon.
Or check out our smoke signals.
Yeah, because I'll be doing those tonight. Get my blanket.
Don't even know what that means. Get in your disease-ridden blanket.
Get my blanket. I want to send some smoke
Speaking
signals.
of which, so tomorrow's Columbus Day. We used to get that off school. Did you? I think we did.
I don't think I ever got Columbus Day off.
Well, I'm off tomorrow because the military shuts down.
Well, so Columbus.
Hold on.
Fuck all you assholes. I don't give a shit.
I'm dragging you back in.
It is Columbus Day. I don't care. You can call it whatever the fuck you want. The guy was an asshole. Whatever. He sailed the ocean blue in fucking 1492.
Would you want a Hitler Day if it was still Hitler Day?
I don't give a shit. I don't pay attention. I don't care.
Anyway, so I had a conversation before I came here. Right before I left, I said, I gave Huck a hug. Said, "Hey, buddy, I'll be home later." And I asked Beth. I said, "Does he have school tomorrow?" Because she goes, "Yeah." I said, "Well, it's Columbus Day, and I'm technically off work." I said, "I'm probably going to work from home." And she said, "No, he's got school." And she goes, "And I think they changed it officially to Indigenous People Day." I said, "So when it was Columbus Day, everybody got off, but now that's Indigenous People Day.
Everybody has to go to school."
Everybody has to go to school. I was like, "That's racist."
That is some bullshit.
I don't know, but anyway,
I don't think that I got Columbus Day off. Either way, that all started like 2-3 years ago. With the Indigenous People Day and the woke ass nation. Fuck you woke ass assholes.
First off, I mean, let's be honest. Our ancestors are all mixed.
My ancestors aren't even from this goddamn continent.
We're all mixed. The people that came here basically totally wiped out entire...
No, like literally I can trace my people back.
No, I know you can.
They didn't wipe out anybody. They literally...
Yes, they did. They were mobsters.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they were.
No, they weren't.
Your grandpa was.
No, he wasn't.
He just didn't let you know.
He
was a made man.
His grandfather came from France.
He was a mechanic.
He was...
Oh, oui. You're about to die.
They came from Germany and France through Canada.
I am going to stab you.
We weren't even here for that bullshit.
Look at my red beret.
Fuck yeah, I hope he wore a red beret.
I am a painter.
I hope he wore a raspberry beret. Raspberry
I hope he wore a
beret.
pink beret.
I don't give a shit what color beret he wore.
Oh, here's my pink beret.
I hope he came over and beat somebody with a fucking baguette.
He did it. I already said that. He tried, but he mistakenly grabbed a croissant and failed miserably.
You know what? A croissant, if you throw it like a boomerang, it'll come back to you.
I didn't know that.
Hell yeah, the French.
I saw the more you know star fly over your head.
Boom, 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 boom.
All right, let's wrap this crap up.
All right.
You French idiot. Little Dicky.
I'm Little Dicky for Otis Nice.
Hold on, you're French. You're Little Wee Wee.
Wee Wee.
Little Wee Wee.
Little Wee Wee.
Oh.
All right, I'm Little Wee Wee, and he is Randy, and we're out.
Peace.